welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a test on a new foundation that I've recently picked up. It is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation, and it looks like this. And I think this is new to the Wet n Wild line, and I recently picked it up at Walmart. It is, I'll pull up the website right here. It is $5.99 on the Wet n Wild website, and I picked this up at Walmart. I believe it was for $4.99, and they actually had coupons there for $1 off any photo focus cosmetic. So I used the $1 coupon, so I picked it up for $3.99, and like, that's crazy, a foundation for $3.99. So I'm like, well, for $3.99 I have to give it a try. And I was real hesitant. I'm thinking, I've never tried a foundation from Wet n Wild before, but I have tried Wet n Wild products that I really love. I love their lipsticks, I love their eyeshadows and their nail polishes, so I was like, I'm going to give this a chance. So let's just read to you a little bit about what the Photo Focus foundation is supposed to do. The description online says, your skin only better. Our new high-performing skin perfecting foundation underwent major road testing under 7 different photo lighting conditions to deliver flawless camera-ready makeup every time. Specifically made with a matte light diffusing complex to give your skin the no-filter perfection. High-performing breakthrough formula featuring light-adjusting complex to prevent white cast in photos. Tested under 7 lighting conditions with and without flashes. So those are the claims. And to tell you the truth, I'm not a big selfie person. I haven't really tested this with photos yet, but you'll see coming up that I did take some flash photography, and it turned out good. So it also says on the website that it is available in 20 shades, and I really do think that that is wonderful that such an affordable drugstore foundation comes in so many colors. Much like the L'Oreal True Match, they have a broad range. This also has a broad range of colors, and I was really happy with that. And I actually think that it does have some deeper tones, but there are a lot of light tones, which sometimes when you're really pale, it's kind of hard to find foundation. And what I liked about when I was buying this is that I picked up the shade Nude Ivory, and I actually in the display at the Walmart, they had it displayed where it told you if it was for extremely fair, light, medium, and then it actually listed the undertones, and this was actually listed as a neutral undertone. It's 36C Nude Ivory, and they said, they let it identified if the tones were more pink or if more yellow or more neutral, which I really liked, and I found very helpful in picking out the foundation. So I was really surprised to find that at the drugstore. So I'm going to show you, if you're interested, and stay tuned, and I'm going to show you how this applies, and then I will let you know my final thoughts. First, I'm going to prime my face with a primer, since I usually always use a primer, so I thought that would be the fairest way to test the foundation. And the primer I'm going to use is the Too Faced Hangover RX. And I am just going to put a little bit all over my face. I love this primer. It really makes foundations last longer, and my skin's been on the drier side, and I find that this really gives my face some needed moisture. So now I can feel that it's getting a little tacky, so I think it's going to hold the foundation really well. The packaging is a glass bottle, and it comes with one of those spatulas. And you could apply this foundation to the back of your hand, or you could apply the foundation directly to your face. I've been applying the spatula right to my face. I know some people don't think that's very sanitary, but my face is clean, I don't have any blemishes, and you use concealer like this, so I don't have any problem with it. So I found when using this foundation that you have to kind of work in areas that it does seem to dry kind of quickly. So I decided I'm going to do this side of my face with a beauty blender, so you can see how that works. I'm using this Ulta dupe for the beauty blender, and I got it moist, and I'm just gonna pack this side in. This color actually is a little bit light for me, but I can make it work. It doesn't, I probably should have gone a little bit darker, but it's been working, and I hope you can see that it is like a medium coverage. So your skin does peek through a little bit, but I like that. I don't like real heavy foundations. So you can kind of see, here's half my face without the any foundation, and here is the foundation applied with the beauty blender, and you can see it really color corrected and add a nice coverage, and I think it gives it's a nice finish. It's a little bit tacky, I noticed that. I do like to set it. Okay, now I'm going to use on the next side, I'm going to use on this side of the face a Real Techniques Expert face brush, which I love for applying foundation, and we'll see what the difference is. This is actually the side of my face that I have more redness to it. Kind of have a lot there, but as I said, this is a little bit lighter than I would like, but yeah, I'll make it work. I'll just have to warm it up with some bronzer. Okay. Alright, so there's one side with the beauty blender and the other side with the brush. And I personally like the beauty blender side. I think it helps thin it. Not that this is a cakey foundation at all, this is kind of a liquidy foundation. I think that it just looks a little bit more natural. So, but I think it does a good job of covering, and actually the color isn't that bad because it kind of matches my neck. I'm pretty pale, and yeah, so yeah, so far I like it. I'll finish putting on the rest of my makeup and check back with you. Okay, I'm back, and this is the foundation with all my makeup applied. My blush and my bronzer went on very smooth, very nicely, no patchiness. I feel like the foundation works well with blending in my concealer. I used my Tarte concealer today, and all in all, I'm very pleased with it. My final thoughts on the product are that it is a great foundation, especially at the drugstore for the price that it's at. I feel like it is a medium coverage, medium to like a high medium coverage when you use the brush. The brush side seemed to give me more coverage, but like for me, myself personally, I like a lighter coverage, so applying it to the Beauty Blender did do that. And it's a satin matte. I wouldn't say it's like a real drying matte. I think this would be a good foundation for all types of skin, but I think if you had really dry skin where you had like flakiness, maybe if you're using Retin-A or you have dry patches, I'm not too sure if it would cling to those dry patches. I don't have that dry of skin. But otherwise, I think this would be good for oily skin and normal skin, and if you're just maybe a little bit dry. I did want to mention that I found the foundation does have kind of a strong scent. It kind of reminds me of when if you use a MAC foundation. I used to use a MAC foundation, and it was the same kind of scent. And it kind of, you really can notice it when you're applying it, but it dissipates and you don't really smell it on your skin as you're wearing it. But I did want to mention that in case you are really sensitive to smells, because some people are and they get headaches and stuff. So I just wanted to mention that. It's kind of a paint smell. And but it, like I said, it dissipates and it doesn't linger. So I really think it's a really pretty foundation, and I would really recommend it. I've worn it on a couple occasions out, and as far as longevity, I would say I probably got like eight hours out of it, and then I just came. Then it was the evening, and I came home, and when I looked in the mirror after 8 hours, it looked great. I mean, it wasn't breaking down at the 8-hour point at all. It probably would even have lasted longer. It was just time for me to take up my makeup. But it isn't the kind of foundation that you put it on and 4 hours later it breaks up. So I do get a feeling this would be a long-lasting foundation that would go maybe, you know, longer than the 8-hour mark, maybe like 10 or 12. So really would recommend this product, and I'm so glad I stumbled across it. It really surprised me. Sometimes I guess you shouldn't make judgments on a product before you tried it. So I hope you found this review helpful, and I want to do more of these Tested Tuesdays, kind of going over products that I'm kind of trying out and testing to see if I like or don't like, because you know, I love to buy makeup and I like to test things, and sometimes if I don't show things because it's really not like one of my favorites, but I mean, I think it's important to share maybe even the stuff that didn't work out. But fortunately, this one really did work out, and I was really happy that I was able to share it with you. Let me know if you like that idea of a Tested Tuesday. Give me a thumbs up if you do. That would kind of let me know. And if you have any ideas on some products that you would like me to test, list them below. That would be wonderful. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.